This is what Nikocado Avocado used to look like just a few short years ago, living in Colombia as a vegan YouTuber with his vegan boyfriend. Fast forward to today, and Nico is now the symbol of unhealthy habits and exactly what not to put in your mouth hole. He's constantly mocked on the internet for believing his weight gain is just water weight, and for his random outbreaks bursting into tears over his sad life. If you have 10 brain cells, you would understand that his weight gain is due to his own actions. His content is almost purely mukbang content, which is essentially just shoveling food into your mouth for views. So it's no wonder that Nico is as big as he is. It's ridiculous to claim that his apparent declining health and lifestyle is not his fault. I mean, look at him. There's no way anyone could claim that this was not his fault, unless it actually wasn't.
Get your bitch ass over to your nearest Arby's and eat the shit we put on your fucking burgers, you fat ass.
Nikocado Avocado left veganism and the vegan community due to their toxic behavior online and began to do mukbangs on his YouTube channel, including meat in every meal. Yo, why do I keep getting this ad? He actually had done many vegan mukbang videos before, consisting of healthy and mostly whole foods, but as you can expect, this wasn't the most entertaining content. Americans watching love to see their fellow comrades inhale toxic, half-cooked Burger King menus. Still, these healthy videos received the most views he had ever accumulated on his channel. So when the switch from veganism to meat eating was made, this helped perpetuate the switch from quite healthy food into unhealthy food. He often ate large quantities of chicken or fast food in one sitting, with evidence showing that the unhealthier the meal, the more views he would collect. Pairing this shocking content with the fact that he was one of the few mukbang YouTubers on the platform helped him stand out and gain a sizable audience. Now, there are plenty of mukbang YouTubers on the internet doing similar videos with similar food, but it seems like Nico is the only one to gain this amount of weight and the only one to require an electric scooter to walk outside. The reason for this is that typically a mukbang YouTuber will upload a mukbang video once every week at most, fasting for up to 48 hours before filming, exercising vigorously between meals, and eating extremely healthy off camera as well. However, in Nico's case, there was a point where he was uploading a massive mukbang every day without exercising or fasting in between. If you still have those 10 brain cells from earlier, you'd realize how horrifically unhealthy this is. You'd also realize how easy it is for Nikocado to gain this much weight. You'd be in the right place to suggest that he slows down, but remember that these videos brought in loads of views. He was making money off of these videos. Why slow down? In fact, he sped up, increasing the quantities of harmful food in every upload. It was like the internet was rewarding him for his behavior with views and watch time. At some point, Nikocado Avocado acknowledged his weight gain, stating that he started out his YouTube journey at around 150 to 160 pounds, and stating that at that moment he was over 260 pounds. He definitely had the reasonability to understand the consequences of his actions, but he seemed to ignore these consequences in favor of views. He often said that the weight gain was strictly from stress and water weight, not the pile of trash on his dinner table he snorted every video. He's always been a skinny guy, so he believed he had a fast metabolism that could handle the loads of food on his plate. Seeing other mukbangers on YouTube not gain any weight was an inspiration for him, but he didn't realize the before mentioned strategy that these influencers used to avoid gaining hundreds of pounds. Because of his unwillingness to stop, he labeled his weight gain as a medical mystery and continued to upload mukbang content in order to increase his numbers, both on his channel and the scale. Other than his health, things were going fantastic for Nico, until they weren't. His personal life began to go downhill. His friends and family were not as supportive as he expected them to be, and the breakup with his boyfriend really did a number on his mental health. Without anyone to go to, he turned to the only place that people would listen to him, his YouTube channel. He would use his videos as an outlet to vent to people, for attention, to get his feelings off his chest, which often included crying and making noises. Once again, his viewers ate up this content, much like how Nico would eat up a pizza, paying him millions of views and thousands of hours of watch time. This meant more money and more fame. After every weight milestone, he assured his viewers that he is comfortable with his weight and that at some point he would turn it all around and lose the fat he gained. But this day never came and continued just to be another coping mechanism for Nico. His continued weight gain also correlated with his continued descent into toxicity, which led to fights with his boyfriend in his videos and saying,
"It's so entertaining. I love watching poor people."
Damn, okay Andrew Tate, all you gotta do is shave your head and become a world kickboxing champion, which I think everyone would love to see. But these statements again would rack in more views, and if you're still holding on to those 10 brain cells from earlier, you would probably pick up on the fact that Nico still has some bit of sense in him. He realizes the virality of these statements and his actions. The more he eats, the more he cries, the more he insults, the more he does this, the more views, the more watch time, the more money. If the world really wanted him to stop doing this to himself, they would stop watching his content to send him a message. But the world will not stop, and hasn't stopped, which caused Nico to continue doing what he's been doing. Nikocado Avocado went from lovable vegan YouTuber to a toxic, emotional, weight gain enthusiast. At this point, the question becomes, will he ever stop? I don't see it happening since he's bought a $2.3 million apartment and developed an extremely high-end lifestyle. So what's he gonna do? Move back to Colombia, spend 3 years losing weight and become a professional trainer? He can't afford to give up on mukbangs since that's his primary source of income. And this is again the fault of the internet for continuing to reward his actions with views and watch time. I'd like to say that I'm hopeful that the internet learned its lesson by completely uprooting Nico's life, but when has the internet ever collectively decided to change their actions to help anybody? It's up to Nikocado to make the decision to change, and the internet is giving him every reason not to. And that's why Nikocado Avocado is the internet's fault. If you've by some miracle still retained those 10 brain cells, you'd understand that by not subscribing, you're missing out. Seriously, it's like medically proven by a doctor.